Hey guys, 7WWE Rocks here, and this is my first ever The Flash review. So if you chose this video, I know there's going to be, hundreds of reviews online and on YouTube. I really do appreciate you, stopping by and watching my review. And please, by all means, since this is my first one, I know I'm a little late in the game, it being, episode 5 is where I start reviewing for season 2. But just, critique me in the comment section, say, what can I improve on and whatnot. But let's get into it. So, episode 5 of season 2 of The Flash, entitled The Darkness and the Light. Not an action-packed episode, but still a really, really good episode. It had a lot more storytelling, which I'm perfectly fine with, and I really enjoyed it. We learned some great info and stuff, and it looks like next week's episode could be pretty freaking good. So, let's get right into it. This whole episode, if I want to say a quick overview about it, was all about the new Harrison Wells, now that he has returned. Last week we saw this new Harrison Wells from Earth 2 save Barry, or save the Flash when he was getting attacked by King Shark. So it was basically the entire episode was, each character, Cisco, Caitlin, Barry, of course, Joe, Iris, all of them, Jay, basically how they feel about this new Harrison Wells. So Jay already knows him from Earth 2 already. We opened it up basically with Harrison Wells. This was from Earth 2. He knew about the particle accelerator explosion stuff, and he's not taking blame for it. Jay knows this, the new Flash. He confronts him about it, and but it was when Harrison Wells was introducing all this new gear to detect meta-humans and stuff. He introduced a new watch that can detect when a meta-human is in the room or whatever. That will come into play later, but I'm gonna go quickly in my notes just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Next, Barry and Cisco are in the coffee shop talking about, all this crazy stuff, this new Wells and whatnot. And actually, it's a cool cameo. So Hawkgirl was the coffee shop's cashier. Cisco tried to ask her out, got rejected, sadly, by Hawkgirl. But a cool little reference. So when he's walking off with Barry, Cisco gets one of those visions again where he sees this new villain in a bank robbery situation and tells Flash about it, tells Barry about it. Barry goes, makes his save, but Barry kind of wonders how he already knew that there was a bank robbery going on or whatnot. So he confronts this. Even in a vision, I could tell it was Linda Park, who is Iris's coworker. So he goes there and they confront each other. And she, at first I was like, this really doesn't seem that cool of a villain. She shines light, it's like a sonic blast kind of thing. Barry's able to save everybody, but she gets away. So I knew that was going to happen, every Flash episode, every, Arrow episode and whatnot. It seems like he loses the first fight, wins in the end. But they have a second fight where Barry, goes up against her, and I'm like, this really isn't that cool of a villain. Shines the light, blasts him. This is after Barry, says Linda, he knows who it is, and she's wondering, how do you know my name? She doesn't realize there's another, Linda Park in Earth 1, because she's Earth 2. Zoom brought her, of course, and so she's got to this, I'm getting ahead of myself, I won't get there, but she shines a light, blasts it, says enough's enough, I'm out of here, shines the light, blinds Barry, which I thought was pretty cool. I was like, wow, I'm not expecting that. So she blinds Barry. Barry's able to get back to Star Labs. They, look at him and see that he's able to heal himself real quick, so it's going to be fine. But Flash later on goes on a date with Patti, which I was pretty happy for, because I really like the Patti character. I think she's funny. So they go on a date, but Barry's blind, so he has to have Cisco help him out with some glasses and, video camera and stuff and earpiece. So that was cool, but the date goes awesome. Barry, she knows he's blind by the end of it. She's a detective. She's not stupid. So she realizes that, and I thought that was funny. So they go to her car. She walks him to their car because he's blind as a bat, and they end up kissing, but they are also alerted that, both of them are alerted that Dr. Light is here. And that she's, on the attack again. So she attacks Caitlin and Jay right before Caitlin and Jay are about to kiss. So I'm really interested to see where that goes. I was thinking they were going that direction. Caitlin, you really forgot about Ronnie pretty quickly. You're already back on the move. So good for her, I guess. But dang, man, Ronnie, you've already forgotten about him. So Jay doesn't want to kill Dr. Light because he knows her. He knows she's a thief, but she's not a killer, and that is not the case at all because in the next scene where she confronts the Linda Park at the newspaper place or whatever, she confronts her, goes to kill her, and she ends up killing the editor, I think, of the newspapers, and so she kills him, And but Iris is able, because Joe gave Iris a gun because she needs to protect herself. So Iris shoots off her mask, but of course Dr. Light gets away. So Linda, Earth One Linda, is still okay, and she's fine. So that's good. Now with the gang back at Star Labs, they all talk about what's going on and stuff, and they need to find Dr. Light. Of course, they have her mask after it was shot off by Iris, and Harrison Wells reveals Cisco's vision. So it's revealed to the group, which I was really happy with. I think they should just know because it is helpful. So Harrison Wells yells at Cisco, says, use your visions, touch her mask, and you'll be able to find where she is. And Cisco doesn't want any part of it. And then Caitlin puts a reference how she says, just because you got powers doesn't mean you're going to turn evil, which was a funny reference because she is going to end up becoming Killer Frost. So I thought that was funny. But Cisco does it, and Harrison Wells yelling at him, throws the mask in his chest, and he's able to see the vision, find where Dr. Light is. She was at the train station, and Barry's on the move. So, before this, Before this, Dr. Wells and Jay confront each other. Dr. Wells says, you weren't running towards Zoom, you were always running away from him. You're scared, Barry's better than you, and they just brawl, and they throw punches and stuff. I thought that was a really good scene. I really like both actors. And so it's kind of weird. I mean, Jay's been giving Barry orders, but Harrison Wells says, Barry, you're better than Jay, so you really don't need to you shouldn't take orders from him. So finally Barry goes to fight off Dr. Light, and Jay has no idea how to stop her, which everyone's like, why should he tell Barry what to do when he doesn't even know how to stop her? Harrison gets back on the mic and he helps Barry, so that's something cool to see. I really enjoyed that, seeing Harrison, back helping him, even though it's not the same Harrison. But he says you need to do a speed mirage, and Cisco, that clicks with him because freaking Harrison, the Earth 1 Harrison, right before he kills Cisco, he basically says, I did a speed mirage, and that's how I tricked all of y'all. So that clicked with Cisco, and Barry does speed mirage, confuses her, she doesn't know who to fire at, and he's able to, beat her down and throw her into the Star Labs container thing. So that was good. I enjoyed the villain, honestly. I thought I wasn't. At first, I was like, this kind of seems like a sucky villain, but no, it was cool, and I really enjoyed it, and it seems like her story's not over yet. So at the end, they saved the day. Good for all of them. Just checking my notes. Jay leads the group because he basically knows Flash wants to fight Zoom, and he has everybody, so he's like, with the help of all you guys, I can do it. I can defeat Zoom. And Jay basically says, you can't do it yet, not just by yourself, and I'm not going to help you because I know it's going to lead to you losing your powers or worse, dying. So Jay leads the group, which, I was sad to see. But I'm sure, someone's going to come back. So, and then Cisco gets with Hawkgirl at the end. Basically, she says, you shocked me at first, but, if you want to ask me out again, I'll say yes. So Cisco getting him some, so I'm happy for that. That was cool. So he's with Hawkgirl. Got her number. Cool. And then Cisco's name is revealed as Vibe, so that's cool. They found Barry and Caitlin came up with it. They called him Vibe now. So he's got his own code name, so that's cool. And the end, we see Harrison Wells got his secrets of his own. And after the credits, after the flash appears on the screen, the after scene credit, I guess, we see Zoom has kidnapped Harrison Wells' daughter. Now, this is Earth 2 Harrison Wells' daughter. So Zoom has her. I'm making a bold prediction. I think it could be Zoom is going to be Eddie, and Earth 2 Eddie. Obviously, I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's what the big reveal is going to be. But I could be wrong, so thank you for watching my review. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I really do appreciate you guys watching it because I know there's a lot of reviews. So thanks so much. Please let me know how I can better my reviews. And if you enjoyed it, I really appreciate it. So like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at 7WRock, same as my YouTube name. This is a wrestling-based, the fake wrestling, pro wrestling, whatever, based channel. So there will be a lot of that, but I will be doing these weekly reviews and more superheroes if you guys want to see it. So thank you so much for watching. As always, have a nice day. And tell me what you guys thought of this episode. I'd love to hear your thoughts.